afternoon. This is Malagasy Lisa. It's Sunday, the 27th of September, 2020, and I'm down here. It's about 2:15 in the afternoon, and I've come down on Bord de la Mer because this is just coming to the end of siesta. It's a Sunday anyway, so it's not going to be as crowded. But our lockdown is ending, and the COVID cases are starting to spike again. So as we're getting into now the hottest months of the year, September, we're clearly in springtime, but starting in December, when the rains come, that'll be our summer. It's going to be hot and wet at the same time. It makes it frustrating because you want to be outside and about, but with people, I don't know if you noticed the people that walked by, none of them are wearing masks now. Even though masks are still mandatory, because the lockdown is over, people are just saying, it's too hot here for COVID. This is something I've been hearing for 6 months now, that it's too hot in Madagascar, which wasn't the case. Well, it's too hot in Mahajanga, which is possible because there were a lot more cases in Tamatave and Tana, which are much more temperate climates than here in Mahajanga. But COVID continues to mutate. So I'm having to find ways that I can still be outside. Here, I'm on my bike. You can see my bike. And be safe and get the exercise and enjoy nature and whatnot. We've been so lucky. We've got 27 million people in Madagascar and only 223 deaths. When you compare that to other American states that are about our size and the number of deaths, the United States, it's not fair to compare the United States and I think Brazil to the rest of the world because they're both run by madmen. But you look at the measures that were taken in much of Africa, we really didn't do much more than the rest of the world, if that. But I think what sets us apart is Africa, we're used to dealing with zoonotic viruses. We're used to dealing with, we've had Ebola, we've got chikungunya, we've got dengue, we've got malaria, we've got both the pneumonic and the bubonic plague malaria. We deal with this stuff daily. And maybe because we're so used to dealing with this, maybe that's why most of Africa has been largely missed by COVID. Some people are speculating that Africa's actually spiked, that we've seen the worst, that our second wave is really not going to amount to much. I don't know if that's true. But anyway, I'm not Malagasy. As much as I want to pretend that I am at times, if they have a natural immunity, best believe Mama Lisa probably does not. So I'm being very careful. Everywhere I go, I wear a mask, and I always bring a couple of spares with me because I was out here last week filming, and I put my mask down on the bench, and when I went to get it, it was gone. I don't know what happened to it. No one had been by me. It just kind of vanished. And so luckily I had a spare with me, so I was able to put the spare on and be safe. So other than that, just wanted to check in, and we're going to go back home in a little while, and we're going to talk about how much things cost and why I'm able to live such a good life here on less than $2,000 US every month on only my Social Security. Not using any savings, not using anything other than just my Social Security. And it's so easy to do, not just in Madagascar, but in most of Africa. And I'll show you how. Take care. Thanks for coming along on my journey.